Hi everybody, and welcome to Minecraft. Today we're on the Yogpack. Yogpack just got updated, and what it added was the fancy new Ars Magica, and also ICBM. But don't like it like ICBM. Yeah, all this fancy magical stuff here, anti-aircraft, and all these fancy missiles and resonant and all sorts of power shit. It's like mechanism, but radioactive. Don't really need it. I might go into it later just for fun, but I don't really. Kind of want to make arm bots for fun, but I don't need them. I have no point to making all this stuff. I already have a lot of it. I already have a lot of equal to it, but I was mostly going to talk about Ars Magica today. Since Ars Magica updated, we have these nice little things, like this obelisk, this celestial prism, this black orem, and an armor imbuement table. Now there's also a lot of other, there's also the wizard chalk here, which used to be, like in the original Ars Magica, like the other one beforehand, Ars Magica, whatever, 2, but before this this rendition, we didn't have things like this, or the armor imbuement. Now, if you remember, this armor XP level, infused experience, that was there, but it wasn't implemented yet. But now it is. So we have these nice little things. Now, car. We have Magitech goggles and stuff like this, but previously, I mean, well, this is new. These guys are new. They allow me to see what's in here. So if I look at this, we have all the red, blue, and light blue there. So those are what we currently have stored in these. For essence and stuff, we have like standard stuff like the crystal red shed, our spells and stuff. But, well, actually, there's new spell components, and there's a whole new spell building system, which I should show you what a new spell is, but I really shouldn't at the same time. So there's harvest plant. I might just make a harvest plants one to show it off, but how it works. But the way you go about, well, it's basically so. Right, so we have this. We take a projectile, say, and then we take a. Well, let's say dig. We put it here like this, and we name it, and we make the thing, and we make the spell in that. As always. Now, witch wood, as there was in the original, in the previous version, Crespin Altar, witch wood is actually not as powerful as nether brick now. It only has 2 effects. Now, I still don't know what that means, but the also top one is Sunstone, which I went to the nether got with my hammer because thanks to X Halo, we got that power. Maximum number of effects you can currently have on a spell is 13. Okay. Car again. Yay, I love traffic. It's summer. Doesn't matter. Inlay rings are, they don't really do much right now. They used to boost the sigils, but now there's no longer sigils. Now we have, let me go to my little underground farm, which I haven't really worked on. I've been saving up to make a lot of more fertilized dirt, but this is what it is. It's a flicker habitat. And this little flicker habitat has my flicker focus. Now, what's a flicker? A flicker is what is in one of these jars. Empty flicker jar. We catch a little flicker. So we look at the recipe for this. We use all these things. Now, originally you would use a lot of essence and stuff. It's not as difficult as it used to be. Shit. So we have our Nature's Bounty thing. Now this goes in a 6x6 area, as you can see with the little sparklies here, and it will boast the ground. Now I have fertilized dirt, so I don't have to worry about watering this constantly. And eventually I will fill this with dirt, and I made the obsidian tile, so it looked nice. I just like the obsidian tile. The obelisk will improve the speed of what they work at when it has full power, but right now they're not really doing anything because there's nothing to grow. Now if I put down some seeds, they would grow stuff, but they don't need to right now. But flicker focuses like this are what replace the sigils, and that right there that they're in is called a habitat. Now it allows the flickers to exist in this world. Without teleporting to their own magical world. I hate these roads sometimes, but they're really cool at the same time. Well, if I go into here, I look at mobs, we look at flicker. Sorry if I talk too fast, it's just a thing I do. So we have all these flickers. Flickers are lesser elementals from very elemental planes that have crossed over into our world. Their magical bond is tenuous, and they are known for flicking back and forth between these worlds. Motorcycle. They are starting point for the automation, which is what I just showed you. Those the things. So timid by nature, and they will go back when you get close to them. And so we have to do something to make it. So I'm not sure what this means. There's some sort of lasting effect. But they can be captured in the jar. So we have all these, and they kind of orient to what area you get them from. Now, what I'm going to do is, so structure, no. So items, now to get what we want the flicker layer. This is how we build it. Now it brings them in, we just need to apply a redstone signal and some Ethereum. Now Ethereum is what you get from the obelisk, the celestial thing, and the black aurum. They just turn essence into essence that we can use. As we know, you have the calefactor, which uses essence to break down materials, so there's that, and the essence refiner as always, but flicker is a new thing. So what's a flicker? Flickers are little creatures, and I can probably show one off if I go over here. Do I have any? I do have Pentium Dust on me. Do I have this lever turned on? I do, but this does not have anything in it. It does have a little bit in it, but I'll just put this in here, and we'll watch a little flicker spawn in a moment. It takes about 150 neutral essence for one to spawn. Now, I'm not sure if it's in any of the others, but neutral essence is the easiest thing to get. That's a flicker. This is a flicker. This little guy right here. As you can see, he's just a tiny little thing with magical around him, and he poofed away. So, that's what happens if you get too close to them. You have to use certain magic to actually contain them, but that was an air one. Air ones you can do various things with them. So with this nature guy, we can make the felled oak and the nature's bounty. So there's other things we could do. So let's see, what can we do with a life one? We can make the progeny, we can do butchery, and nature's bounty. So we have a lot of things we can do with those. Basically, I set this out here because this is a little zone I built so I can spawn the water guardian, because it's just your early stage for getting the first boss, essentially. Now there's also a few things, so I go to utility. We have mining power. Now this replaces what was in the original of, oh, I didn't know about that. We can change the time of day. Oh yeah, I was going to do that. So mining power and feather touch. Now what you can think, this feather touch, what can you think it does? It's soak touch with your dig spell. So you apply this to your dig spell, you get feather touch. Ta-da! And then you have mining power, which boosts your ability to mine certain materials. So I can mine up to obsidian with my dig spell, but I renamed it to a different spell, instead of going to here with augmented casting. Truck. And yep, small motion augmented casting would originally allow you to boost your dig spell and have you mine heavier materials, but now that's not the case. You have to go into the mining power ability. Whoop-de-doo. It's just the thing. Lunar ability. And we have chain, and we have all sorts of stuff we can do here. So grow. That's what I'm working to right now, so I can use magic to make my plant stronger. Charm, all sorts of stuff in here. Nothing really new in terms of other stuff here, just your basic stuff. Affinities to allow are pretty much still the same. Nothing new in talents, all the same again. I haven't really looked into this though. Yeah, but that's new. That's not new. That's new. Truck. Fuck off, road. Jesus. I'm just looking through. Shrink. That's new. Spell. Zone. New. Not new. Not new. Nothing really here is new. Other than that shrink. So other than that. And we go into the offense. Now we have dismembering, apparently. Don't know about that. So these are your silver spells, and then you have dismembering. That's new. Now there's nothing really here that's new except for Fury and Wave. Those are the only two that are new here. And Silence. Silence. So, not a lot of new spell components, but there are a few. And they'll just make it a bit more fun. So things about these again. So to make the Celestial Prism, we do... Oh, hello. Structures. So we go to Celestial Prism. Now, how do we make a Celestial Prism? Oops. We use a Ritual of Purification. So we go into, I believe, Mechanic? Structures, Rituals. Now we have the Purification one. So right down here, you will see the Warding Candle, Wizard Chalk, Obelisk. So you put an Obelisk in the center, surround it in these chalks, and the Warding Candles in a certain degree. You put down a Mana Focus and a wording thing in the area. And then use a light casting spell. Now it can be a projectile or a touch spell or whatever, but you'll need this with these two items down to form the Celestial Prism. Fancy. And the Black Aurum is about the same, but you use a Ritual of Corruption Obelisk, so you use a Monster Focus and a Sunstone, and right down here it says Fire Damage, so you use a Fire Damage spell to turn it into this, and you have the two orientations here, and ta-da, we have a Black Aurum. Now you boost it by using, it has different caps, so if we go back to structures, now it's basically the same as the other things that were in the past, but the little rings, but they're look cooler. So we use Nether Brick and Sunstone or Chimerite or those to boost it up, and it looks much better and more powerful. And you put Wizard's Chalk around the bottom, and they will make it better. Sorry, a bit of a yawn there. I also automated a bit of a pearl thing, so I can have some pearl power from Mariculture, because Mariculture is pretty cool. I just started working on bees. I have my plants, and we have these maples. Apple trees. I don't really have much out here, but mostly my big thing is my underwater base, which I haven't really shown off. I just ran through there to show off the thing, but this is my little structure with my build here with my storage, and it looks like it's starting to get to this chest. Looks like we got some water orbs, but we still have 2 platinum chests, and I can still expand and go further with this. I just need to kind of loop it around, and we'll be all hunky-dory. But what it is it's connected to the things in the back, which are from Project Red Transportation. Now, these are really cool. I love these things. So we go in here, we type in here something we want. So let's say a diamond. In our system of all the chests, because we have an item in the back of the chest that, a pipe in the back of the chest that displays the things. Now, this is probably been shown a lot of stuff, but this is what I do. And it just displays what's in the chest. So it collectively tells me I have 487 diamonds, 207 diamond ores, and 2 diamond blocks, and some nether diamonds. So we have all those things. So I just go there, say I want 1, and we get this nice little pop-up. Maybe not. So let's get some stone. Successfully requested 1 stone. And it flies along the thing and comes to me in the stone, and I just go back here and toss it in. It goes into the system again through a series of item ducts that are under... I completely forgot about that. I completely forgot that I put a door there. Get out of here. Hello. Oops. But yeah, it basically just connects up to the system here. It pumps them out through impulse pipes that send it all the way through here now. No, those are not legit. I don't care. I wanted to build this thing so I could have fun later. I just didn't want to go through all this to build it. But I'm not really building it. I'm just showing off what I like to do in my spare time. Now I have a little tank of oil going up there. But I have these roads, which just lead me into here, which is my main dome here. It's actually a sphere. And I have it backwards from a wall. Down here we just have our basic thing, which this is designed to make steam. So la da 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 da. It is very low on fuel right now, but it has a lot of cyanide, so I just need to make some plutonium and la da da. Now I make steam up here, and the steam goes out to the system, and fancy magic stuff happens, and la da da. We get power. But I'm not really focused on that one because I have this big guy right here, who is very low on fuel. Looks like I'm going to have to make some thorium or boost up my plutonium. But yeah, this guy right here, pretty damn cool. Essentially, it just produces a shit ton of power. I will replace what's inside here with more dense materials, probably liquid enderium, probably the redstone or the energized glowstone to boost its power. But I don't really need it right now. I was building a system. Here we go. So we just take the yellorium and pump it back into here, and there we go. We have yellorium in the system, and it goes back to that system, and da da. Oh, this is basic factories, and this is basically my setup, except for this precision chop. I'll just randomly in this section because I couldn't get this all to link up. But what you see here is an electrolytic separator separating oxygen and hydrogen. And the oxygen goes into here and makes sulfur trioxide. The sulfur trioxide goes into here to make sulfuric acid with water vapor, which is extracted from here. And that goes into here with sulfuric acid. And it also goes into here to make sulfuric acid. And then what comes out of there is a slurry, which I currently have as an iron slurry. It goes into a clean iron slurry, which turns into these iron crystals. I take out the iron crystals, I put them in here, and they make into shards, I believe. Yes, iron shards. Iron shards go into here. Iron clumps turn into dirty iron dust. Dirty iron dust gets cleaned up, and then I put it into here and la da. Now it haven't been working. It hasn't been. It's been grumpy with me, and it hasn't allowed me to automate the system completely. But it doesn't matter. I don't mind doing the manual stuff. And yeah, there's not much. Chemical altar turns sulfur, which I have in here, into fancy magic stuff, and I just have over here a basic system to power my things, to burn up some stuff when I need it, and pulverize shit. Because it doesn't always work in these for certain things. I mean, I can't put some things in the crusher that I can put in the pulverizer, and they won't come out with certain materials. Or the enrichment chamber. I also have this little guy, chemical decomposer, which makes nitrogen, lead, all sorts of things that I put in here. So let's say I put in an apple. What do I get? I get malic acid. That was unexpected, actually. What if I put a fish? Does not care for the fish. What if I put a book in? Doesn't care about the book. What about leather? Probably made something. Well, made something. Oh well. It turns stuff into stuff, and that stuff I can turn into other stuff and turn it and use it here. So I made a cactus. I made a cactus with science. Science cactus, which I needed to make nature essence, and so I made two of them. One to grow and one to use in the thing right away. Blacksmith from agriculture. Let me grab my magic from here, and you can see my fancy jewelry. It seems to take a little bit of damage over time, but that doesn't matter. It's okay. It gives some pretty neat stuff, and I can always remake it. Doesn't matter. Anytime. Spider-Man. 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 Climbing walls. Never Hungry was probably the best thing I could have ever got in here because it feeds me, keeps me alive. What do my bees do? Unexpectedly, I've already made Meadows bees, common bees. Well. Okay. I'll probably hook this up into the better bees or extra bees. I can't remember what it is, but it has the all chronotyper stuff and mutateon and all sorts of fancy stuff. Now I have it all set up that I can build it. Most of the time I don't cheat when I'm playing on my own because it's like, there's not really a point. I'm doing this to challenge myself, but if I was really challenging myself, I would go into hardcore, which I don't really like. Ow. Bugger off. Ow. Ow, poison. Ow. You're mean. So this cow pays. A spider's attacking. Oh, never mind. I could care less what you're doing. You could die. Just using my magic to hurt shit. You're wondering if why arrows are flying around me? Because the fancy little magnet in my bottom left thing next to my ender pouch. I think I've showed that off before, but or people probably have, and just Darkcraft stuff that I use. I don't really go into Darkcraft that much, but it's there. I don't have a shovel, so I can make rice patties. Sorry, I'm a bit tired. But not extremely tired. I'm just kind of waking up, don't worry. So yeah, this has kind of just been me showing off what I have, so basically said a little stuff about Ars Magica and what we can do with it now, and there's basic stuff that I can probably go into, like there's Arcane. I want to know what the Arcane Deconstructor is, because I've looked up all sorts of stuff. Sorry. So that will be it for now. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I'll get to working on this, and we'll do some more. Please leave a like if you have enjoyed. Subscribe if you want to see more. And I wish you all a good day, a good night, and that will be peace out from me.